Hey everyone, Wednesday, April 5th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a good day so far, but I've also made some big mistakes, and it's difficult sometimes looking in the mirror and being honest with ourselves that we're the ones who are responsible for our lives working or not working. And it's so obvious when you say it like that, it's like, duh, but I think a lot of times we have a tendency to like blame outside factors, and sometimes it's hard to be honest and be like, wow, I'm shooting myself in the foot and I gotta fix this. So it's a constant thing with the timing of practice sessions that I'm dealing with right now, and I just really want to fix it. And it's just something that I'm really up against this year, so you guys are watching it. But of course, I'm going to make hay while the sun shines. I do have a really good amount of time to practice today, just not as much as I was planning. That's not good, so I got to look into that. But at the same time, I want to capitalize on the time I do have. So we're going to do some online classwork. We're going to work on some guitar work. I'll show you guys what I'm working on there. And then we're going to move forward on the production front, working on some horn programming. It's going well so far. We're just going to try to keep the momentum and the creativity flowing today. And I'll try to explain as much as I can as we go. So let's get it. Alright, nothing major to report there, just learning a little bit more about General MIDI and how it's built into a lot of devices. And sort of what some of the note values represent in General MIDI and what some of the channels represent, which is interesting and really informative. I'm sure I'll go deeper into that in the future. And then I'm just doing a little bit of research on some progressive metal bands that my friends said my music kind of reminds him of. So it's been really interesting, and my online class time's been a little cramped because I've been spending a little bit more time editing these videos and just doing some more review. And I think that's been a good move. I think, filming myself, observing myself, being able to make small changes over time, figure out where I'm strong, where I'm weak. That type of observation is really difficult without a video camera or third-party type of thing. So that's been really valuable. But I may start accelerating that process a little bit more to give myself more time to work on the classes, because that's really fun. So with that said, let's get into some guitar work. Alright, good guitar practice, just building up the power chord exercise I've been working on for a few weeks, and then moving forward with the online lessons from Musicism, learning a little bit about major chords, and it's still, pretty beginner level stuff, but I'm hoping to pick up a couple tips here and there. And it's going well, I'm enjoying it. I'm probably going to try to accelerate my velocity through that class a little bit. We'll see how I do with that. But yeah, I just I don't want to go through the class and feel like I'm getting better, but I'm not actually maximizing the time the way I could be, if that makes sense. I want to challenge myself. So yeah, then I did some singing practice. I didn't record that, I kind of just forgot, but that's going well. And now I'm going to get it on the production front. So let's go some more. Alright guys, great session overall. Definitely getting into the weeds a little bit with the horn arrangement. Might be time to kind of move on from what I've been doing, but I found a great resource online. I'll probably post it on Twitter tomorrow, just with some really good tips about horn arranging. And probably the most important thing to share is rule number one is there are no rules when it comes to arranging horns. If you want to hear something and it sounds good and it fits the track and it fits the players or whatever, then just do it. And that's probably the number one rule of music, if we're honest. But if you want to imitate a certain sound, then it's good to know what conventions those people use. And I've been meaning to get deep into the Tower of Power stuff, do some transcription, and really get deep into arranging the right way for a long time. I might be getting a little ahead of myself on that on this record. I might just stick to my ear and stick to just keeping things really simple, which is generally a good idea, honestly. And I've had good success with just really, really simple arranging ideas, like just octaves or even unisons on previous tracks, especially when the horns are just sort of like a stab or an embellishment. The octave gives it like a lot of power, a lot of punch. But I'm also experimenting with some thirds and fourths in this arrangement, just sprinkling them lightly, and I really can feel this tendency to like do some crazy arrangements, like sixths and fourths and like things changing all over the place and stuff. But at the end of the day, like a little tiny bit of sprinkling, sauce or seasoning on something can totally take it to the next level and add this punch. It's like you wouldn't just dump a ton of paprika on your chicken. I mean, I don't know, maybe you do. But like a little sprinkle of paprika can like bring out all the other flavors that were already there that are so natural and beautiful and good, instead of just overwhelming it and making it super spicy or something like that. So anyway, that analogy got kind of strange, but you get the idea. I just want to do things tastefully and just get a lot of punch out of the sound. And sometimes less is more on that front. And at the end of the day, this is sort of a rock-oriented track, so like to bring in some weird jazzy stuff, I just don't know where that's going to fit. So right now, I'm in a stage where I'm really at the beginning phase of that, and I'm developing my sound, and so experimentation is huge. And then just being honest with yourself about what works and what doesn't, and being willing to just do something simple. The article I was reading, the horn section website, which is just really good advice. He was like, a crazy arrangement played by average players is going to sound way worse than like an okay arrangement played really, really well. So like sometimes just doing something really simple, but it's in the right place at the right time at the right volume, and just getting that to punch and come through is just worth 100 times more than something really complicated, just for the sake of it being complicated and being like, oh, did you hear that? Flat 13, something like that. Not that that's not dope, but there's a time and a place for that stuff, right? So anyway, that's what's on my mind right now today. Overall, really good session. We're moving forward better than I was yesterday. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process as much as possible. And I think I figured out what's holding me back, guys. We'll see. We'll see. Don't hold me to anything, but tomorrow's going to be a good day. I'm going to lock this stuff up. I'll see you guys then.